8 top-ranked gamers are sent an invitation to beta test a new virtual reality game with a $100,000 prize. They include Carl, Shelley, Edward, Andre, Marco, Zahid, Adam, and Taylor. After arriving and changing into motion capture suits, they are scanned by a machine and instructed to put on virtual reality gear. Zahid, a Bosnian Muslim, who chose his username ironically, refuses to wear gear that labels him as a terrorist. After he discovers the exit is now locked, Shelley convinces him to play, saying they understand he meant the name ironically. Once everyone puts on their helmets, a computer simulation replaces the high-tech office building they are in with a post-apocalyptic, war-torn setting. A simulated sergeant enters and explains their goal. Russian terrorists have taken over each floor of the building, and they must clear a path to the bottom, starting at the 25th floor. Although relieved the terrorists are not Muslim, Zahid expresses regret in accepting the invitation, though the others are excited. The first level, a tutorial, is easily cleared, and Andre, a former soldier, takes the lead. The players are soon alarmed, however, when Carl is wounded and says the VR suit's feedback caused him actual pain. Taylor becomes increasingly panicked and reveals she took her friend's place. Shelley promises to protect her. Suspicious of Andre's military background, Marco accuses him of being involved in the game's design. Upset, Andre leaves the group and is shot by a terrorist who has respawned. The others find his body and realize their VR helmets have been programmed to deliver a lethal shock on their character's death. Zahid asks Carl to smash his helmet, which he can't remove. Before they can get the helmet off, the sergeant enters the room, beats Zahid, and warns against further tampering. With no other choice, the players descend to the next level. When Zahid and Carl attempt to break a window, the sergeant again appears, breaks Zahid's leg, and warns that the next violation will result in death. Zahid, recognizing that the others cannot carry him to the finish of the game, stays behind as the others continue. After the players clear several levels, Taylor becomes separated from the others and hides in a bathroom. Forced to defend herself, she kills a terrorist solo and becomes more confident. On the 9th floor, the sergeant reveals a captive terrorist and instructs the players to torture him for information. Edward volunteers, and, after several jolts of electricity, the captive gives up a password. When Adam inputs it to a computer console, it arms a bomb in the basement and starts a 30-minute countdown. Marco becomes aggressive toward Adam, whom he blames for making their situation worse. Marco and Adam descend further while Shelley, Carl, Edward, and Taylor continue clearing an upper level. Marco uses Adam as bait for the terrorists, leaving Adam to die when he is shot. When the others reach his position, Marco kills Taylor to take a medical kit from her. Seeing Atlas written in Taylor's blood, Carl attacks Marco and damages his helmet, causing the sergeant to walk in and kill Marco. Carl, Shelley, and Edward descend to the basement floor. After taking out 4 terrorists, one of the terrorists, the game's boss, with a bipod-mounted machine gun shoots both Carl and Shelley. Carl sacrifices himself to save Shelley by using the group's last medical kit on her. She holds his hand as his helmet kills him. As that happens, Edward takes out the machine gunner with a rocket launcher and stops the countdown just before it goes off. Shelley watches Edward recite the sergeant's victory speech and realizes he knows it by heart, meaning he must be the inside guy. The graphics lift and security guards enter the room, tranquilizing Shelley. She wakes up earlier than expected to see the others being body-bagged, and Edward tells her that she's won, giving her a large bag full of money. When Shelley threatens to reveal Edward's involvement in the murders, he says nobody will believe her. Shelley instead injects the guard with the tranquilizer and grabs his pistol, killing the remaining guards in a firefight before confronting Edward. Edward attempts to offer her more money, but she is insistent that this must never happen again. She then shoots him at point-blank range and leaves without the money. The Call-Up is a 2016 British science fiction thriller film written and directed by Charles Barker. It stars Max Deacon, Morfydd Clark, Ollie Cook, Parker Sawyers, Tom Benedict Knight, Boris Lur, Dougie McMeekin, and Adriana Randall as top-ranked gamers who are invited to beta test a new first-person shooter virtual reality game. When they discover the equipment includes lethal feedback, they must win the game to survive. The film premiered at the Brussels International Fantastic Film Festival and was released in the UK on the 20th of May 2016. Blind trust can be dangerous. The players in the call-up eagerly accept the invitation to test an advanced virtual reality game without questioning the risks. Their excitement blinds them to potential dangers, highlighting how people can be manipulated when offered something enticing. In life, it is essential to evaluate opportunities carefully and recognize when something seems too good to be true. 2. Technology can be a double-edged sword. The film explores the dangers of immersive technology when taken to extremes. While virtual reality can be entertaining and innovative, it can also become a tool for control and harm. This serves as a reminder that technological advancements should be handled with responsibility, and ethical considerations must always be a priority. 3. Adversity reveals true character. Throughout the movie, as the players fight for survival, their real personalities emerge. Some display bravery and loyalty, while others turn selfish and ruthless. This reflects a universal truth: crisis situations often expose a person's true nature, showing who can be trusted and who cannot. 4. Complacency can be fatal. At the start, the gamers assume they are simply playing a harmless simulation, leading them to make careless decisions. Their initial lack of caution puts them at risk. This teaches the importance of staying alert and prepared, especially in unfamiliar situations, rather than assuming safety based on appearances. 5. Not everything is a game. For many of the players, gaming is second nature, and they treat the situation as another competition. However, they quickly realize that real consequences exist, and their usual strategies may not work. This lesson applies beyond the film. While skills from one area of life may be useful, not all situations can be approached with the same mindset. 6. Teamwork is essential for survival. Although the participants start as individuals, their survival depends on working together. The movie demonstrates how unity and cooperation increase chances of overcoming obstacles. Whether in extreme survival scenarios or everyday challenges, collaboration can make the difference between success and failure. 7. Fear can be manipulated. The game's creators use fear as a psychological weapon, turning the players against each other. This reflects how fear is often used in real life to control people, whether in politics, business, or personal relationships. Recognizing when fear is being used as a tool of manipulation can help individuals maintain rational thinking under pressure. 8. Human life should not be treated as an experiment. The film critiques how corporations and entities with power sometimes treat people as disposable. The players are unknowingly placed in a dangerous situation for the sake of entertainment and research, which mirrors real-world ethical concerns regarding human experimentation, exploitation, and disregard for personal safety in pursuit of progress. 9. Survival requires adaptability. In the call-up, the rules change unexpectedly, and those who fail to adapt suffer the consequences. This emphasizes the importance of flexibility in life, whether dealing with career changes, personal struggles, or unexpected crises. Adapting to new circumstances can mean the difference between failure and perseverance. 10. Even the most skilled can be caught off guard. The players are experienced gamers, yet their expertise does not fully prepare them for real-world danger. No matter how talented or knowledgeable a person is, there will always be situations that challenge them beyond their training. This reminds us to remain humble, open to learning, and ready to face unexpected difficulties. The film serves as a warning about unchecked technological advancements, human behavior under pressure, and the consequences of blindly entering unknown situations.